never switch.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken short, and he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Got it?
Jeez, the mic right here, over there, right?
Recon, 132 fighter.
Pick it up. Check.
Hard. Let's go.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Yeah, let's get set.
Any weapon.
Check it out, three. Set.
Go.
Crunch.
Hey, Sam up. Go, Jack it.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Alert three.
Smith. Yep.
Mike,
Five.
Hey, tighten down.
Look at me. Go. Shoot.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
This is that. Like an egg. 24. Do. Get it too far.
Watson on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Mike, 53, Mike. I got you.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
That's good for a Falcons. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
53 is the Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't.
On first down, it's Watson. Going deep this time for Miller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 31.
Throwing again is Watson. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Again, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Alert. 54.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
That's another Falcons First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 41.
50 seconds to Mike. We own them.
Hey, alert!
Kill.
Back! Get the boys down, he's coming.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Throwing on second and long. Watson eluding the pressure right. That's into the hands of Reynolds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This will be taken very short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Hey, wahoo!
Blue there. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready, set. 55. You better be afraid of me.
Check 4.
Rock it. Now.
On second down, here's Penny. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
General West. Bam. Right, Delta.
Rush in.
Go.
Mike 55.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, Haywood! Check 55 to Mike! Check 55 to Mike! It's a party now! What? Hatchet! Shoot! What?
They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They come out here in the eye. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. He's checking.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Trying to punch it in with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now, what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
90 Wolf. Kill.
Now it's Penny running right. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go, set, 10 Lobo, Leo, slam, hey, Alpha. Right there in the middle, 55. And we heavy on the edges. Jack! Switch! Hey, lock it! Lee Griffin!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Cannon. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Falcons' 35-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Rashad Penny. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? 60 or 58 right there. In your face. 61. Matchbox lights. Check 50. Check 50. Look at me. Zipper. Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
First down, Carolina.
Here we go. 10 Tucson. Gone. You think you won't get this?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Watch the twist. Hey, Sam off. Go. Five.
This is Penny. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards on the play, first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
50, plant. Number 53, Mike 53. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Snap.
Back to throw now on first down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Matt Judon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the gun to give to Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Tavecchio is good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Check 24, check 24. Alert flare, flare.
Hey, 31.
57, Mike, 57.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On first down, Watson stepping up. He's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on second down. Watson steps away to his left, and it's incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
This pass complete to Reynolds. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, When they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Hey, watch that. 6-6. Pull it high. Go. Get it ready.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he coughed it up. And the Falcons grab it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. The 20. 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll try the right side here with Penny. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a pickup of a yard there. That won't help too much. They're left with a third and forever now.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Bravo.
55. Coming this way. Here we go. Mike, 55. Right there.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a fourth down after the scramble.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on third and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case,
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack on first down, Watson going up top. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam. Shift.
Third and long. It's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Josh Allen in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Returnable here for Callaway. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a first and 10. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 39 yards there, a big one.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
At the 9-yard line.
Okay. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll run with Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, what's the ball? 55's Mike, guys. 55.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Tavecchio puts this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
29. Check. Hop up. Check. Slam. And 54. Echo. Alert.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson, he's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Killa Witherspoon. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Penny, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On the run, it's Penny. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Penny. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now it's Penny. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Penny. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
1 sec.
Hey, 59!
Here we go. Check him up. Check the call. Check the call.
Watson. They'll get this complete to Batson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. A first down carry for Henry. And he stopped immediately there.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll look to throw. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 27 yards there, a first down. Watson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Check your hot read. Ball trot.
Derrick Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Save. Check. Crunch.
They'll run with Henry, and this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Carlson on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hey, orbit.
I'm coming.
Yep.
I'm coming.
Check Mike, 99.
Hey, do.
Check Mike, 99. Get that quarterback. And
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Antonio Callaway. Incomplete. He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Let him know.
Look, squeeze.
Show it up.
Five.
Mike, 99. you. Man, I got you. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Deuce, 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 deuce.
Shoot!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
Final score, Falcons 22, Panthers 16.